But it isn't quite that simple because, I've got some data over here from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from Thailand. There is a very direct correlation between allowing FDI in retail and the number of small shops that are in operation. In the United Kingdom, in the United States, several small companies have been sent out of business because of the entry of giant retailers. It isn't just Walmart, it's all of them. When these companies come in, the fact is internationally there has been an impact on small kirana stores or mom and pop stores, whatever you may call them.
Once again, I would like to say, I think, first of all, the UK and the US are completely different markets which have evolved in different ways over the last 100 years, not only in the last decade. I think we should take our lessons more from emerging markets. Look at the way our cities have developed. If you do consumer research, and all of us are shoppers, we know that when it comes to grocery shopping, nobody wants to go more than 20 minutes away from where they live. Now, there is no way that modern retail in India can be, within 20 minutes of every household, given the urbanization of India, given the issues of real estate, the prices of real estate, etc. So I think when it comes to daily buying, when it comes to convenience, it will always win versus large format stores.
There's a lot of talk about, there are people who defend Walmart and they say it's not so much about how Walmart will change India, it's about how India will change Walmart. Given the fact that real estate is so difficult to find, given the fact that, I can call up the Kirana guy right below my house and I can ask for one bottle of a soft drink to be sent up and he'll do that. Now, Walmart's not going to do that sort of a thing. So given these facts, Raj, how does India change Walmart, as opposed to the other question of Walmart changing India?
Absolutely. India is a large country with 1.2 billion people. So it'll take hundreds of Walmarts to change India if that'll ever happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think obviously companies like Walmart and all modern retailers, including domestic ones actually, need to learn about India. And we have been here for 3 or 4 years now, operating in the cash and carry business. We observe this market. It's a market which is very complex and very different from anywhere else we've operated. And obviously, therefore, whatever business strategy we'll put in place, the formats we'll open, will have to take the local consumer, the local flavors into account, and then open stores accordingly. If we try and impose a US model or a China model or a Brazil model into India, we will fail.
The other big concern, Raj, is about manufacturing. At the local Kirana store, there's a lot of domestic, local, small manufacturers whose products are sold. And the big fear is that when Walmart comes, you're not going to have local manufacturing displayed. You will just import from China. There's no way our small manufacturers can compete with the might of the Chinese manufacturing sector, and they will sell at much lesser cost than anything Indian manufacturers can cope with. And internationally, and I have some figures, you have about $15 billion of products that you import from China. So that's a real fear. Walmart's done it in the past, and you'll do it in India as well.
Well, let me start with first of all saying that $15 billion for a $440 billion business is a very small percentage of total imports. So I think to start with, I think the numbers may look big, but the fact is as a percentage it is small. Secondly, we've been operating in this country through cash and carry and also through supplying to Bharti retail stores. And I can share with you that 95% of what we sell in our stores over the last 3 years is totally domestically produced. In fact, the 5% which is imported is also products which are not made in India. So there are products and product categories which are not made in India, which are necessary to import, and the whole country imports it. So in fact, the percentage of local selling which is done out of large format store is actually higher than through the small mom and pop stores, because there are lots of small businesses which go out and import products from China directly or indirectly and then sell them. While our endeavor in India is always going to be to develop local industry. Secondly, we have a 30 to 50% import barrier on products coming into India. It is very difficult to source products from China and be able to make any economic sense of them and sell them at a good price to Indian consumers. And we should understand that and not be fearful of that. In fact, I would almost say that it is the opposite. Once our manufacturers learn to do business with modern trade and modern retail, it'll be easy for them to take their products and produce to other parts of the world.